Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. I am super thrilled you're here. Today, our goal is incredibly specific and honestly highly actionable. We are breaking down exactly how to install n8n locally, right on your own machine. Why? Well, so you can completely bypass those cloud service fees and take total control of your automation environment. So let's just get right to it. Okay, here is our quick agenda. We're going to cover 5 straightforward steps to get your free local environment running flawlessly. We'll look at the cloud cost problem, the Node.js prerequisite, executing the install command, the local launch and setup, and finally, a really crucial terminal rule you need to know. All right, part 1, the cloud cost problem, bypassing the monthly fees. $24 a month. That is exactly what the starter edition currently costs if you decide to use n8n directly hosted on their website. And that really adds up quickly, especially if you're just starting out or, say, you're experimenting with building your own complex automation workflows. And that brings us to our ultimate workaround, cloud-hosted versus locally hosted. Look, as long as you don't need those heavy-duty enterprise features, the local installation literally gives you all the incredible power of n8n completely for free right on your own machine. You keep all the functionality, and you lose the monthly bill. It's a total win-win. So let's move on to part 2, the Node.js prerequisites, the only tool you need. Now, for anyone who might not feel super tech-savvy, I promise you, this process is incredibly simple. Step 1, you just go to nodejs.org and download the installer for your specific system. Like if you're on a Windows machine, grab the Windows installer. Step 2, run the setup wizard once that download finishes. And step 3, simply leave all the core packages that are pre-selected exactly as they are and hit finish. It's your standard everyday setup wizard, where you essentially just hit next, next, and finish. You really don't need to tweak any advanced settings here. The defaults are exactly what we want. Okay, once that's done, we just need to verify it actually worked. So hit your Windows key, type CMD, and open up your command prompt. Then just type node -v. You should get a little version number printed out on your screen, kind of like the v22.14.0 you're seeing here. If you see a version number, boom, congratulations, you have perfectly set the stage. Now for the main event, section 3, executing the install command, installing n8n. Right? Here is the single, absolutely crucial line of code you need. In that exact same command prompt, you're going to type npm install n8n -g. Once you have that typed out perfectly, just hit enter. Now, what's really interesting about this is that little -g at the end. That is the global flag. By using this flag, you're basically telling your computer to install n8n globally across your entire system, rather than just locking it into one specific project folder. This is a total game changer because it ensures you can run it as a simple command anywhere, from literally any terminal window you ever open in the future. It saves you from having to memorize specific folder paths and just makes your life a whole lot easier when you want to trigger your automations. Now, as it starts installing, I want to manage your expectations a bit. The installation is going to start doing its thing, but you might see a bunch of deprecated dependencies warnings pop up in yellow or red text. Do not panic. Seriously, these warnings can be safely ignored. It is just Node's way of flagging that the n8n application uses some older versions of certain underlying packages. It's completely normal and entirely safe for our setup. All right, the installation is officially complete. Let's jump into section 4, local launch and setup, accessing your web app. You have done the heavy lifting. Now, simply type these 3 little characters into your command prompt, n8n, and hit enter. That is literally all it takes to trigger the web application to launch right on your machine. Your terminal is going to think for a brief moment and then spit out a message saying, editor is now accessible via http://localhost 5678. When you see that output, you can actually just press the letter O on your keyboard, and it will automatically pop open this localhost port right in your default web browser. How cool is that? Your browser will open up, and you'll be greeted by this fresh, clean onboarding screen. Just follow these 3 simple steps. 1. Create a local machine account. And I really want to emphasize a massive caveat here. This account data is safely saved directly to your local computer's hard drive. It is entirely separate from the official n8n website, so your local data stays purely local. 2. Just complete the brief setup questionnaire where they ask how you plan to use the tool, pick whatever fits your goals. And 3, when the next panel prompts you to sign up for a free license for extra features, you can safely go ahead and just hit skip. You are in. You now have full access to the NN visual interface. But before we wrap up today, we really need to cover our fifth and final section, the crucial terminal rule, keeping N9 alive. So, the crucial point is this. I want you to think about what happens to your shiny, new, free local web app if you accidentally close that black command prompt terminal window that is currently running quietly in the background. Connection lost. Yeah, the stark reality is that the moment you close that terminal, you completely kill the website. If you try to refresh your browser, it'll just continuously load and eventually tell you the site cannot be reached. So you must leave that terminal window open the entire time you are working in NN. Now, if you do accidentally close it, or say you restart your computer, hey, no problem at all. Just open up a brand new command prompt, run that simple 3-letter NN command again, and your local access is totally restored exactly as you left it. And there you have the whole shebang. You've completely bypassed those pesky cloud fees and successfully set up an incredibly powerful, full-featured automation engine right on your own desktop. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought to ponder. With n8n running locally for free, what complex workflows are you going to automate first, without ever having to worry about a monthly bill? I really hope you found this step-by-step explainer helpful. Get out there and start automating.